Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you know, Taylor Swift released a new song, The Archer, just a lyric video, not a music video. She did say that she has not filmed a music video for this, so she just wanted to release an emotional part of her album. So I figured that I would give you some of the research I dug up on it, the hidden meanings behind the lyrics, some Easter eggs, all that jazz, and then after that I will show you me reacting to the song, listening to it the first time. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe because I put out new videos every single week and it helps me a whole bunch. Now, let's get to the action. So on her Instagram Live, Taylor Swift mentioned that this was going to be a more emotional song. It's kind of that track 5 pattern that we've seen over time. You know, we had White Horse was track 5, Delicate was track 5, and that makes people think that this is actually a sequel to Delicate because her track 5s are always very emotional. But there's a lot of tie-ins to Delicate that you might not have noticed. So first things first, The Archer is actually a dive bar in East London. So, you know, she mentions meeting up in a dive bar, where you at, so. And that's the biggest thing that makes these two songs tie together. Like, dive bar on the east side, where you at, this is a dive bar on the east side called The Archer. But if for some reason you think, okay, maybe she's not talking about London, maybe she's talking about New York, there's also a dive bar on the east side in New York called The Lovers. Now let's just not even talk about maybe Delicate, let's just look at the other Easter eggs that are in some of her other music videos. So as you remember, I did a whole thing about You Need to Calm Down, all the Easter eggs and hidden messages in that, and one of the things I saw was that the mailbox said love letters only. There was a love letter in the Delicate music video that we never got to see what it said. Love letters, The Archer, love, Lover album. The one that really freaked me out though is when I was looking back at the Delicate music video and I saw that there was Cupid in the Delicate music video, and I saw someone else saw this too. I'm like, okay, so this is definitely a thing, it's not just in my head. And that's like The Archer, Cupid, come on. And if you look in the Delicate music video when she's dancing, there's graffiti on the back that says track 5, so she's admitted to like track 5 being a thing now. It didn't start out as a thing. I don't think it was intentional for her, she said, but it kind of just became a thing when fans were like, oh my gosh, track 5 is always super emotional. And she's like, oh yeah, no, I did that on purpose. And then now she's like just leaning into it. Another thing in You Need to Calm Down is when Hailey is doing archery in the video. She literally is shooting at a bullseye, and in the middle of the bullseye is a number 5. I'll admit that at the time I didn't really like put 2 and 2 together until I was looking back at it and I was like, oh my gosh, like literally a bullseye, literally number 5. 5's the emotional track. I get it. Then I saw that she had done a profile for Elle, and I was looking at that, and it said that she was talking about an old American sitcom called Archer, and I think that's something that we all think of when we think about Archer. We think about the TV show. But I'll read you right here what she said in the interview, and could this be what the song is about? So, she talks about a show called Archer is about a spy who has issues with his friends and colleagues who live to undermine and betray one another. And then lesson 5 in the LUS magazine was about banishing people who hurt you and cause drama. So like, this song is about banishing people who are toxic in your life, doing bad things, and I almost like want to know more about that transition from like Tom to Joe, because I know one of her lyrics in the past was like, my guy's out doing who knows what in a club or dancing or whatever. But is this some kind of like a transition from that, like banishing bad friends, banishing bad relationships? Joe becomes like a strong person who's going to stay by her? But if you want more concrete things, if we look at that Me music video, I talked a little bit about in that video how we saw the lover sign in the background, and looking back at that again, now I see that there was a bow and arrow going through it, like a Cupid's arrow, so Archer, Lovers the album, again. So I mean, really it just makes me think, is this song about like bad people in your life and how you need an anchor? Is Joe her anchor who's been by her through all this crazy drama? You know, when she thinks that everyone should leave her, he's staying there. Like, I don't know, that's my interpretation of it. Obviously it's open to interpretation because it's art, it's music, so just my thought. And just a little fun one, Swift is a Sagittarius, which is like, you know, it fits in with the bow and arrow, the Archer thing. So that's a cool little thing. I don't know if it would be that deep because, you know, obviously like we're born with our zodiac signs. So it might just be like a fun little coincidence, but I thought that was interesting. So those were all the interesting little fun facts, hidden messages, Easter eggs about The Archer. Now we are going to go ahead and switch to me reacting to listening to the song for the first time. Obviously I can't show you the whole thing of me reacting because copyright, and YouTube is not playing around with copyright. So I'll insert like little clips of me with like my main thoughts. I'm already loving it because it's more like floaty and ethereal and deeper, and I'm like a sucker for Taylor Swift's slower stuff, so I'm jazzed about this already. I'm gonna cry. She literally saying she's gonna ride off alone. She needs someone to hold on to her so she's not alone, and like, who could ever leave her, but who could stay? Stop. She hated her reflection for years and years. Okay, all her heroes die alone. Does that mean like everyone that she thought was amazing like ends up dying alone because they like valued their work, or like they like cared more about other things and then they just had personalities no one could love, but like they were brilliant? That's freaking deep. How it gets more and more emotional as she says, I see right through me, I see right through me. Couldn't put her together. Oh, all of the enemies starting out as friends, like, girl, preach. I like that she's like, I've been the archer, I've been the prey. Like, we all make mistakes. We're all bullies at some point, but like, we've also been on the other side of it. Ooh, how she got emotional on the last Who Could Stay. Just kidding, there's more Who Could Stays. You could stay just so quiet. Okay, okay, I like this. This is my favorite song from her album so far. I'm obsessed. I'm taking my barrette out because who cares? Repeating that I'm ready for combat thing, like, look, I'm ready. I have to always be fighting. Everyone's always coming at me. I have to be ready to fight at any moment. Yes, we love, guys, that's an amazing song. I'm like a big fan of her more emotional stuff, like Teardrops on My Guitar. Blank Space isn't, it's more like upbeat, but like the stuff that has the lyrics that you relate to, because she's known for lyrics. And I feel like a lot of the stuff on Reputation, like I know Delicate was deep, but a lot of stuff on Reputation, and then, you know, You Need to Calm Down, all that stuff I feel like recently has been very upbeat, very dance music almost. This one's taking me back to her more lyrical, calmer, instrumental stuff, which I'm really feeling. I almost cried. If I wasn't recording this, I probably would have cried. Love that. Okay, I would love to know what you guys think of this song, if you noticed any of those like little hidden messages, Easter egg things. Yeah, and subscribe because I put out new videos every single week and it helps me a whole bunch. Subscribe.